Wait until 2 days later. 12 to 16.
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired.
Already
That was
do that.
That was perfect. I'm so happy.
Cream! Gummies!
That was the perfect time.
That's how you pronounce that?
What did you say?
That's how you pronounce that?
What?
So, you know, like the little things that look like oranges?
Oh, yeah.
I always call them bull fruit because it looks like the word bull with an E. Apparently it's biol fruit.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that,
I'm
but
still
it's...
pronouncing it bull fruit.
Hey, I did 2 days later and it's not letting me do the thing.
Did you actually?
Yes, wait until 2...
Because you might have been at, like, you know, 12:01 p.m., you know what I'm saying? Or a.m., I mean, sorry.
No, wait until 2 days later. That's a day. So now I'm like 4 days later.
No, right, never mind. You probably were at, like, past midnight.
It was midday.
Okay.
I don't know why it's being...
Oh, there's some sort of understanding.
Okay, now I can do this.
Huh? Did you
Oh,
see
hey,
that?
do we get to see Hu Tao?
Sunshine! Blue skies! Good vibes!
Oh boy, who's this gonna
So
be?
Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
Exo infusion. Cold
Okay, let's go see what's up. You and Paimon make your way up the mountain and search for the source of the shouting. As far as you can make out, it's almonds this and cocoa paste that. Sounds delicious, that's for sure.
Wait, hon.
The lively voice invigorates your steps and you ascend the mountain in no
Who do you think it's gonna be?
Alvia. That's what the voice sounds like, at least. Kind of.
I agree.
I can't
does
think of
sound
anyone
like
else
her.
who sounds like that.
Me neither.
And yeah, alright. There's
Oh,
Navia. And Chlorine.
hey, that's the new person.
She's been around since 4.0.
Oh.
Just not a playable character.
Navia, Clarande!
Ah, well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
Very odd seeing these two together.
It's just your lucky day.
Are
You got a
you
little
guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
And to you...
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was
I
me
love
from that
Navia.
far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Damn, Paimon.
Oh, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Fair enough.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon. Paimon just wants to
I
know
know
why
you're
you two
laughing
were
at now.
shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe?
Girl boss.
And beautiful. Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
I like how Navia's
Perhaps, but
vision is
the
on her
act of
little
shouting was
bow
very meaningful indeed.
on her left shoulder.
Oh, it is. I forgot about that. I remember noticing it the first time I ever saw her, but I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
That's
Afterwards.
just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top,
Where's Chlorian's
as you
vision? I've
stand
actually
on the
never
summit
looked.
looking out at the vast
It's
scenery,
it's like
not
on her
easy to
necklace.
resist the urge to release
Well, it's
those
like-
emotions.
I don't know what it's called, but it's like around her neck.
I'll take a look once she turns around.
See?
So it's
You
not.
can look on my screen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like her button almost.
A little button.
So it's not what you're showing that matters.
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently, most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
There's something else, Chlorian.
I love her.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
Hey, Paimon, you're scaring me.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Okay.
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever.
I'm on shouts anyways, so this will be nothing new.
As long as Paimon has clothes
Yep.
and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
Yeah, come to think of it, Paimon, you never change your clothes.
Oh,
Are they like an extension of your body?
Neither does Lumine, though.
That's fair.
No need to be shy.
I mean, technically none
Even
of the
Farina
characters
was
do.
shouting from
But
the
I,
top of
like,
this mountain
I
earlier.
imagine, like, in-universe, most of them do. Other than, like, maybe Paimon and Lumine.
Yeah.
Well, we know Lumine doesn't, because that one quest, the story quest with Lianka. She's like, no, I don't want a new outfit. Only this one. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Paimon
Forgot
just...
about
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Paimon. It feels like almost like an extension of her body.
that. Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Ooh!
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here? In Chaoyang Village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check it out. And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
Ah, that
Oh,
reminds
hey,
me.
there's Farina.
I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So, you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
Was she...
I think so. We ran into Nervalette on the way here as well, but he was
Ooh.
already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
What? Do we get to see him?
How many
Doing-
people from Fontaine?
What was he doing here?
I want to see
I've been for
Nuvlet. I'm not going to be
vacation.
happy if I don't get to
I
see
think it
Nuvlet.
just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's a very busy man.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article. You know, just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
I don't believe it for a second.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Risley's
Yeah.
been rubbing off on you, Clorand.
Oh, it's
Maybe.
not for me. I lost a bet with
And she literally just mentioned
Now I
Risley.
have to buy him something.
You lost another bet with Risley? That's the second time.
It was
my
just a
gosh.
spur of the moment sort of bet.
Love Ridsley.
Ridsley gets really invested
You
in
know,
that
I'm
sort of
hoping that
thing,
we can see
but he
Nuvolette
couldn't
and
care less
Ridsley.
about what he wins in the end.
Of course, Riley's a betting man. Makes
You could
sense.
give a mint glance at the clock from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that
So
easygoing when
kind.
it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalette even mentioned it earlier.
Zunglo tea.
Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
Or Cloud Retainer.
That's nice. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Who tell?
Oh, I forgot about her.
We heard that a friend was going to be in Xiaoying Village.
Other than Farina,
So we
all these
decided we'd come and
characters
see
are
if we could run into
characters
him.
you're meeting for the first time. Like, you know about them all, but...
Oh,
Yeah.
dear. We've been chatting for quite some time. I'm sorry for
I
keeping
love
you.
Navia. She's
No,
nice.
I'm done, partner.
That's good.
How are you so far behind?
Look for Hu
So I was
Tao.
talking to you.
Oh.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up
Here,
here,
I'll
so
wait for
we're
you.
gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Xiaoying Village later.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later.
Go to the
Well,
village
yeah, I'm
beneath the
glad-
mountain.
I got to
I
meet those
almost
two.
killed my Ryan. Look at her hell.
Oh my god. Wow,
Oopsie
killing
daisy.
an Archon. Hmm.
Oh no, the heavenly principles are gonna kill me.
I see Farina, Hu
And Hu
Tao,
Tao
and Zhang
and
Li.
Zhongli.
Xiaoying Village is known for its
Mr.
tea.
Osmanthus,
This is
I'm
not a
coming.
trio I would ever imagine hanging out
No.
together.
Didn't Gaming say
Hello,
something
dog.
about dim sum being eaten in the morning?
Doggy.
Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day.
Afternoon tea might be more appropriate at this time.
Oh, well that's fine
At
too.
this
Paimon
point.
doesn't care what kind of tea it
Thank
is,
you.
as long as it comes with some tasty snacks. Now let's see what kind of yummy things we can find around
Of
here.
course, Paimon.
Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao?
Judging based on the hat, I'd say so.
I wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows
Oh my
about
gosh.
He's telling Farina about Xiaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients.
Want to make a bet?
Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide. But Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls of seafood kanji. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided.
Of course, 3
Paimon
huge
votes for
bowls.
tour guide Zhongli.
And I vote for Hustler Hu Tao.
No time to waste. Let's see who's right.
Jesus Christ, Paimon. Well, who do you bet's right? Paimon or Lumion?
What did you say?
Who
Sorry.
do you think is right? Paimon or Lumion?
I don't know. Who do you think? I'm thinking Mr. Osmanthus.
Okay, then I'm thinking Hu Tao. Winner
Great.
buys 3 big bowls of whatever Paimon said.
Great.
Hey,
Oh, great.
Joke's aside.
Paimon's shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like your luck just...
This is my first time meeting Hu Tao.
Yes, I said that before, that all these characters, other
Yeah.
than Zhongli and Farina, are characters you've never met before.
That we were able
Get
to
our info
meet
card
you
now.
both without prior
Oh, yay.
arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the traveler in Paimon then?
I have keenly felt the passage of time since our last meeting.
So many chums in all one
Someone
place.
say a thing or two from Zhongli. I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected. Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern
It
Rite.
appears you have been to Fontaine then.
Yep.
Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. Although I've built up
I wonder if
certain
Farina
following
knows.
in Fontaine, it is
Knows
no
what?
reflection
That
of
Zhongli's the
strength
Geo
or
Archon.
wisdom.
I kind of get the feeling she doesn't know.
Ooh. I thought they all knew that each other were Archons.
No, not necessarily. I mean, Zhongli's appeared in many forms. And, you know.
That's fair, that's fair.
And when he has the name Zhongli and not, you know, Rex Lapis, how's she supposed to...
Ah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure, obviously, like, Venti caught on, but Venti's pretty witty. And Venti kind of knows everything.
Yeah.
I feel like... I feel like Nahida would catch on, but Nahida's also the god of wisdom, so...
Mm.
Farina, she's a bit airheaded, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's true.
Anywho.
I
Alright.
stand before you right now as
Why
nothing
do you
more
keep
than
clean
an
off the
ordinary
game
traveler in
every 5
search
seconds?
of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry, I was muting because background noise while we do the
Okay.
thing. But I unmute whenever I talkie talk.
There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I
Oh,
could tell as
she's
much
catching
from our
on.
conversation earlier.
So she doesn't know, I was right. But she's catching on.
Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic
Ooh,
and
she
work
finally
levels,
catching on.
There's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
No. Yeah. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Huh? Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may
No,
not
I
have
don't think
heard,
Hu Tao
friends,
knows
but
anything.
Miss Hu Tao.
Miss
I
Farina
agree.
is my esteemed client.
Yep.
You hear that, Paimon?
Okay, you win.
That means I also win. That means you owe me. Pay up.
What do I owe you for losing the bet? I get to play on your account for free?
That is me owing you, not you owing
How
me.
about you get to play on my account whenever you want?
I'm gonna strangle you. Anyways.
Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What?
What?
Uh-huh.
Paimon.
What's this about when
Paimon, you have a shoe stash? Give me the Mora.
Don't tell me you two were placing bets on us.
It was Paimon's idea. No.
Standing on the side of the garden, couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina.
Well, you know me.
That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought
Nah.
Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sights.
Ha, so you owe me.
Well, then it cancels out since we owe each other.
Nah.
You see? Paimon was right too.
You and Paimon are just the same person.
Both of our guesses were right. It could be a winner or a loser.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. Does Farina have a new, like, different outfit?
No.
Okay.
I mean, well, technically your outfit changes, you know, when you do the little thing, the charge tag, to change your, like, minions. She also changed their outfit, but it's, like, same thing, just different
I
color.
forgot about that.
And also, her hair goes from long to short. Or short to long, depending on which way.
Wait. I forgot all about that. Wow.
Anyways, fine, keep your secret stash then.
Hey, don't be upset, traveler. How about this? You buy Paimonable and Paimon will also buy youable. As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck.
I'll buy you a bowl anytime you want.
I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question. Did, something happen recently, Farina?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and all.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
Paimon, I think you're jumping to conclusions here.
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought, since you hired the services of a funeral parlor and all... Hey, it's not that big of a stretch.
Yeah, fair.
Really, Paimon. It's not like you don't know me. Do
Fair.
I know anyone would ask for me to coordinate their funeral?
Fair enough.
Miss Hutao is simply helping prepare some props for my film.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Not too long ago.
You know, I figured that was what it was.
She was-
The content
Claren
was
did mention she was talking
spectacular.
about a script.
In fact,
That
I
makes
still
sense.
feel the need to sleep with the light on.
Yeah, the second she brought up the script, I figured it was.
Yeah, I
That's
already
what it
forgot.
was.
Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air.
You might even call it a breath of fresh terror. Okay, fuck off with me.
Okay.
I was like, I was reading, I was like, what is that saying? And then I read it out loud, and I'm like, oh my god.
I didn't know it all. That was
That
funny.
is some Sino level jokes, Lumine. You should be ashamed.
It is.
Very good.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly.
Okay.
My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But
Makes
then I ran
sense.
into Miss Hutao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Yep.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
It was Nuvalet, wasn't it?
What? How did you guess that on your
Nuvalet! I need
Very
Nuvalet.
impressive, my friend.
Do we get to see
My
him?
guessing game is spot on today.
You tell everyone about your encounter with Navi and Claren at the top of the mountain. One look at the pitiful expression on Farina's face enough to convince you to leave out the part about the shouting.
Paimon never
Oh,
thought
dear.
Nuvalet would be the type to get lost.
Actually, no, I think he would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost.
Really?
Even
I wouldn't
was
think
able
he
to
is.
find my way to this place
He's a
without
bit
any
aloof.
trouble.
That's fair.
He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Uh-huh.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
For him, though, swimming would probably be the fastest route of them all. I can just imagine him just,
Oh my gosh.
you know, doing the breaststroke at 1,000 miles per hour towards Fontaine's waterfall and then just go vertically straight up it.
Yeah. Oh my
Were
god.
you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hutao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know? So naturally,
Uh-huh,
I
yeah.
also have
I
a
think
great
that,
sense
that
of
we're talking about a
direction.
different type of guide, but alright.
Speaking of your friend,
What about him?
he doesn't get out much, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
That's a boss man fin vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Joey?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
Yeah. If not for circumstances, yeah, no, those two would be great friends.
Is that so?
That look. I don't like that look. Judging by how Zhongli is acting and taking into consideration Nivelette's true identity, could Zhongli have been avoiding him on purpose? Oh, most definitely. Oh, I see. I love their little secret communication.
Me too. It's perfect.
Oh, it's truly a pity.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
Maybe that won't be for the best.
That's right. She's got more friends than she knows what to do with.
I have a certain charm about me.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me.
Heck yeah.
If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Nervalette into loosening up a bit.
I'll do my best, Captain
Just tell him
Farina.
the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time.
Hey, does this mean that we're gonna get to see
Even
Nicolette?
clams open their shells to let in
Question
fresh
mark?
water every
Keep asking
once
me
in a
like I
while,
know.
right?
Well, you're like the professional here.
Yes. This is also a new quest for me, too. I'm the professional when it comes to knowing things, not to predicting things.
If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request.
But
He'd
I imagine,
have
yes, we
to
will see
approve it
him.
himself, since he handles that sort of thing now. But you know what I
We
mean.
better.
15 times by now. That does make
Seems like
sense.
this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
He's the fair and impartial Eudex of Fontaine, head of the highest court in the land. Otherwise known as the demon who controls all the paperwork in Fontaine.
I've never heard of a demon that boring before. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old.
Really? Okay then.
Wait.
You're quite right, Miss
Why?
Sutao.
How?
I knew it was at least 500. I didn't think he was much older than that, though.
How?
No comment.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina.
Hey,
Those
Navia and
over there appear
Clorand.
to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clorand. Hey, over here!
What up, blood?
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite.
What a bunch.
No apologies necessary. Any friend of the traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine. Ah, straight to the point. I like it.
Oh god, I can imagine that freaking tag team that would be Navi on Hu Tao. Everyone circles around you and begins to introduce themselves. Hu Tao's eyes light up when she hears about Clorand's profession. Oh, Hu Tao, bad Hu Tao.
Oh
But
dear.
a quick explanation from Farina and Navia seems to dispel some of her misguided ideas.
It's getting
Ow.
late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina,
Oh, yes.
when are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
I didn't mean it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads.
Question.
In this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Question. You're probably not going to answer it because it's probably a spoiler. So whenever Farina was an Archon, did Clorand protect her? Because she's an Archon. But now she is no longer Archon.
Clorand was the champion duelist, as you might have heard. So if you don't know what that means, okay.
I know what it means, but I've never heard it. Well, I've never heard that Clorand was that.
Okay, well, Clorand was a champion duelist. What that means is the court system of Fontaine. You know, you're either judged guilty or innocent. But if you have a third option, you can not go to court and instead fight a duelist for your honor. And if you win, you get home free, no criminal charges. If you lose, well, you're sent straight to the fortress.
Okay.
Clorand is the champion duelist, meaning she is the strongest. And she really shows that in the cutscene she's in. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, I understand now.
But as a part of that, she is also kind of, since she works for the courts, she is Nouvelette's employee, technically. So Nouvelette's like her boss. And by extension, she's also part of Farina's, was part of Farina's, armed guard. You know, because you gotta protect your queen, I guess, because, you know, she was the Archon, but she was also she wasn't, like, the queen, but she everyone, you know, kind of treated her as such. I mean, she got to eat cake every day, for God's sake.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I understand that now. Okay. Thank you.
Exactly. Just like in those ghost stories. 8 paths converge in a wood.
Huto's going off again.
Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there's no wind to make it so. What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams.
Poor Farina.
My dear Demoiselle.
Oh, she's great.
I mean, friends, please take me with you.
Aww.
Of course.
Farina?
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character. By the
You're
way,
one to talk.
Did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Huta, how do you not know?
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
You go, Farina.
I see.
Enjoy your new life.
Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Xiaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Well, have you all had a good time?
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hutao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city.
Why does everyone keep wanting to treat us to dim sum? What the frick is dim sum?
I have no clue.
Is that some kind of
Okay, finally someone asks.
Snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as
Oh,
much
I would
tea,
love that.
sweets, and
That's
good
great.
company as you can manage.
Okay, well, of course when I ask, I get an answer. That's great.
So it's basically a tea party.
Of course, Farina. Zen.
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and
Yeah,
the lotus flower
of
crisp.
course.
They're so sweet and delicious.
Yeah, Paimon knows they'll love them.
Ooh,
totally.
okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait,
I mean, to be fair,
didn't you guys say you were here on
Paimon and
vacation?
Farina probably have the same taste palates. They're both
Empty-handed.
big, sweet lovers. You're not bringing home any souvenirs?
Of course I am. I I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Chlorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
Makes sense.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sigewin.
Oh, how nice.
Chlorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Wow, not surprising at all.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Damn, shots fired.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know,
I love
all the purchases I
Sigewin.
made today were well within my budget.
You'll love her more when you meet her in the story.
Yay.
What about you, Frina?
Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. They should all be things I can use, I think.
CFO for a few marketing trips then as well.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's packets?
Nice reference,
Oh,
Paimon.
actually,
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh,
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us.
what a gentleman.
I felt a bit bad at first, but,
This is why
really
I
did
love
have
Neuvillette.
a lot of stuff.
This is why.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Meripede for me once he's done with the day's work.
Oh, wow.
Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
Yeah. Pretty true.
See, even Chlorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's
That's what I'm
not
saying.
as uptight as I thought.
No, he's not really that uptight. He can be, but not always.
If only the funeral parlor had an employee as
Yeah.
thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him.
Okay, poor Zhongli.
Right, Zhang?
Aww.
Zhongli's like, I can just leave, you know.
Indeed.
Just, yep, one word, fade to black.
Offered to deliver her gifts to
Let me talk to Zhongli. Buddy, you okay?
Look for Neuvillette. We're good to see
Year
him.
of work is about to begin. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me. I'm all ears.
Does the director have any concerns?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. He barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" and "Indeed."
Yeah, there's a reason behind that hotel, but I ain't one to say.
If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after all.
Ah, yes, midlife crisis at 6,000 years old. Alright.
Is that so?
Ugh.
I jest, given its distance from the city. Chaoying Village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I
Okay.
apologize for making you worry.
I see. What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too?
Different worlds should not collide.
Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Indeed.
Alright, well, see you later, Zhongli and Hu Tao. Nice seeing you guys again.
The entrance of the Fortress of Meripede. Maybe we'll run into Neuvillette.
Well, I will wait for her to come back. Ah!
We don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Yo, what up, Fontaine girls? Another one showed up.
Drop your weapons.
Ba-boom.
Well, everyone, make sure that you've got all your belongings with you before we leave. If
Thought
there's any
Neuvillette took them all.
souvenirs anyone still wants to buy, the time is now.
Reliable as ever, Miss President.
What is that supposed to mean?
Tell me. This is good enough.
Chlorand is right, though. You really are reliable.
It's not what she's saying. It's the way she's saying it.
I will say, I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Lorand. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Huh.
Well,
Interesting.
I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That includes my behavior.
You take care now, traveler. Paimon.
Don't worry, your partner is very strong.
Trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you, is it?
You are indeed quite strong.
Thank you, thank you.
It's been great talking to you all. I'm really glad I decided to come to Chaoying Village. Maybe we could go on another trip together sometime?
Charles trip. It's nice to see the three of them hanging out. That's really cool. It's nice to see Farina making friends. As she was alone for way too long. That poor thing. Alright. I have to go up here. Firelit path.
There he is, my boy.
Hello, monsieur.
Novelette, we lucked out!
Oh, it's you. It has been some time since our last meeting.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Novelette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day.
Fair enough, I guess, man.
I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day.
Fair enough, I guess I should expect that.
Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village.
Well, yeah, because we met Farina and Clorand and Navi there. You've had a quick summary of everything that happened today.
Thank you for informing me.
So, did you deliver the gifts?
Yes, they have been safely delivered.
Oh. Hey.
Bridesly! My friend!
Gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty
I
units
love him.
I can call.
Yes!
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
Uh-huh.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter such as this?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh?
Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Of course.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
Right, so you drink tea like no other. You'll get through it just fine,
You
buddy.
have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This
I'm so
is
glad we get to see Ridesley.
a
This is
stone
the best
slate
lantern rite ever.
engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
A legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, alright, man.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized
Didn't ask,
the fairness
but-
and impartiality of judiciousness. As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts. So I decided to have a go. We joked with Clorand some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So,
What a callback.
So that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well.
I
In any
love
case,
Rite.
I
You
hope
don't
this can be
understand.
considered as a
I
reasonable
understand.
attempt to join in on the banter.
It
I
is
love 'em
a
too.
very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. Well, a gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place. Front and center in the fortress's showroom.
Surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember there being one in there, and I scoured that place pretty well.
But we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
That's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water.
Of course. I'm not surprised at all.
The aftertaste is much
Why?
better than what I have delivered to me. in
He's
Frontier.
a water
Stands to reason
fanatic.
that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue.
Great.
Literally, one of his idle lines is talking about how each of the different waters from each of the different nations taste different. The waters from Mondstadt taste clear and pristine, while the waters from Liyue have a fine and delicate taste. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere.
As they say in Liyue, a balance between work and play is sure to keep your troubles at bay. That sounds like something Huta would say.
Then we are of the same mind.
I
It
agree.
appears my desire is justified.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take one.
Yeah.
After all, you're hardly bereft of time.
I love it when Paimon does impressions. They're amazing.
They're the best.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once.
How was it?
Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted, but now I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
Oh.
Man, Newport's talented.
Oh, wow. What a big ladle?
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations.
Color also really matches your style.
Really? You like it?
Oh, okay. Never heard Nuvalet excited before.
To tell you the truth, given
Oh,
your
that was adorable.
I
Yeah.
find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is.
They really keep
That is
this?
precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted.
Thank
You are
you.
most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
I love Nuvalet.
Well, that reminds me. Pass along the advice for Nuvalet's vacation.
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand her point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does in part originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
I could have told you that. End quest? Yep. Awesome.
This
Ladle
is the
of the
best-
Leisurely Sea Beast.
This is the best lantern rite ever.
Well, I can't really say if it's the best, but it's the only one, so I guess if it's the only one I've participated in, I guess it's still the best one, huh?